Hello everyone, this is the official video editorial for the problem A not shading taken from today's Code Forces round. So in this problem, we are basically given a grid with n rows and m columns. Initially, some squares are colored black and the rest are colored white. We can perform two types of operations by selecting a black cell and either coloring all the cells in its row black or coloring all the cells in its column black. And we are given two integers r and c. We need to find the minimum number of operations in order to make the cell in the rth row and the cth column black, and we need to print -1 if it's not possible. So let's say, for example, we have a grid which is of size 3 by 5, and we need to make the first row and the fourth column. So this square, we need to convert this white square to a black square, and in order to do that, we could perform an operation which takes the first row and takes the black square in the first row and converts the whole row to blacks. So in that case, the first row is taken care of, and hence 1, 4 is taken care of. Or we could choose the fourth column and we could take the black square in that and perform the operation on the fourth column, and that's only one operation, so we'll print 1 in either case, and that's why the output would be 1. In the second case, in the second example, when the second square and the first column, the second row and the first column already is black, we will print 0 because no number of operations are required. And in a third case, when all the squares are whites, in that case we know that we cannot choose any black square, we cannot choose a black cell, and that's why we will print -1, since no number of operations are possible to make the second row and the second column to be black. That's why we will print -1. And in the fourth example, where we initially have the second row and the second column black, and we want to make the first row and the first column white, in that case we can start by setting the whole second row to be blacks and then setting the first column to be whites. So in that case we'll get the cell 1, 1 to be black, and in this way we can perform only two operations. And you can verify that in the remaining examples we get the answer to be somewhere between -1 and 2, and you could notice this from the examples itself that the answer will always be between -1 and 2. So let's look at the casework in order to arrive at this conclusion and to determine the answer. So the first observation is that the answer will be -1, the output will be -1 if there is no black cell in the grid. If all the squares are white cells, then in that case we obviously will not be able to perform any operations, so we will not be able to get the cell r, c to be black, and hence we will print -1. In case the grid square r, c is already black, we will output 0, and because we don't need to perform any operations in order to make the cell black, it's already black, so we'll print 0. Then the third case is when the first two are not met, and when the rth row or the cth column, so the rth row or the cth column contains a black cell. If the rth row or the cth column contains a black cell, like the first example, so in that case the first row contains a black cell, so we know that we can just do one operation. And the fourth row also contains a black cell, but that is not required since the first row already contains a black cell. So we need to ensure that either the rth row contains a black cell, so either the condition that for j going from 1 to m, if there is a j such that grid rj is equal to b, if that condition is met, or the condition that grid ic is equal to b, if there is some cell in the cth column which is a black cell for I going from 1 to n, then we will output 1 because we know that we require just one operation in order to make the whole row or the whole column black. And the fourth case, when the first three are not met, I claim that the answer is 2 and I'll explain why exactly it's 2. So let's consider a grid, a 4 cross 4 grid, where we want to make, let's say we want to make 2 comma 4, the let's say R and C are 2 comma 4. So we want to make the grid square 2 comma 4 a black square, and in order to do that, we know that there is some black square in the grid, but that black square is not in the second row or it's not in the fourth column. So we want to get a black square in the second row or the fourth column. So let's consider the second row. How do we get a black square in the second row? Well, the key idea is that we know that some column, one of these 4 columns will contain a black cell, because if all of these 4 columns do not contain a black cell, then it falls under case 1 and the answer will be -1. So there will be at least one of these 4 columns which contains a black cell, and we will use that column, we will color the whole column to be black, and in that way we will get at least one cell. So we will get at least one cell in the second row which is black in one operation. So that's one operation, and the second operation we will perform on this on the whole row. So the first operation will be on some random column which contains a black cell, and the second operation, let's say that the third column contains a black cell. So we will perform the operation on the whole column, and we will get that there is a black cell over here. Then we perform the operation on the whole row, so we will get a black cell over here exactly as we wanted, and that's why the output in this case will be 2 operations. So we will just print 2, and now I'll show you the code which just checks these 3 conditions and prints 2 in the case of the 4th condition. So in the code, for each test case, I taken the value of n, m, r and c. I use a character grid n+1 cross n+1, and I check the 4 conditions, 3 conditions one at a time. So the first condition is that case 1, basically check if there is at least one black cell. If there is at least one black cell, then we know that it does not fall under case 1. So case 1 is basically check if all cells are white. So if all cells are white, then we know that exists will be like remain false. So if there is no black cell in the whole grid, then we will print -1, because we know that a black cell does not exist, and this is the condition to check whether black cell exists or not. And otherwise, so this will be case 1, and case 2 is when the rth row and the cth column is already black. In that case we'll print 0, because we don't need to perform any operations. The third case and the fourth case are written in this combined else statement. So I again reuse the variable exists. I initialize it to false, and for each row going from 1 to n, if the ith row and the cth column contains a b, then we know that a black cell exists in the cth column, or if a black cell exists in the rth row. So we check this for all j going from 1 to m. We know exists will be true, and if a black cell exists either in the cth column or the rth row, we will print 1. So this falls under case 3. Otherwise, we will print 4, because this falls under the fourth case, which I just explained. And these are the 4 numbers which we will print: -1, 0, 1, or 2. And you can verify that my code does get accepted over here. So the exact same code gets accepted. So I hope you like this problem and my solution. If you had any doubts, do leave them in the comments down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you.